girls fall for this trick. I want you to come see me. I'm flying you out. Because all of a sudden, guys are flying different girls out. Don't think for a second that that guy is flying you out without no benefit. In his mind, I flew you out. I'm paid for that cat. You gotta be 10 steps ahead. There are some guys that are going to tell you straight up, and there's some guys that are not going to tell you the truth straight up. So you know what you do? You look at your period calendar. Oh, my period's coming on the 5th. He's gonna fly me out on the 5th. Okay, yeah, babe, fly me out for the 5th. Boom. You be like, oh my God. This is the worst day ever. And he's gonna ask you, why? What happened? I just got my period. Oh, God. He's gonna try to not make it a big deal because, again, you know how men operate. They always try to make it seem like they're not after the cookie, when meanwhile they're after the cookie. You act all upset for an hour or so, but you know that you just got a free vacation. Now, there are men that can be a-holes. The a-hole men are the ones that would say, oh, you got your period? Oh, you gotta go. That's why even when you're going on a trip with the men, make sure you always have your own money. Don't ever go on a trip with a guy with no money. Always make sure you have your savings or just in case, because a guy can act funny. He may start doing some funny stuff. Okay, you wanna act funny? I'm going. I'm leaving. And when you leave, you're probably gonna even find a better guy on that vacation. That's a mistake a lot of women make in the summertime. Going on vacations with guys with no money. Don't do that. Don't be that type of woman. You are a valuable woman. If you know that your man solidified, that's yours, that's your man, cool. But if you know that's not your man, why would you be going on a vacation with him with no money when you don't know how he's gonna move? You're smart. Don't be left in the dark. Hello.
A man has been charged with homicide and arson after the remains of this beautiful girl who went missing at the beginning of the month were found scattered all over Milwaukee, Wisconsin, in another close by municipality. 33-year-old Maxwell Anderson was charged Friday in connection to the death of 19-year-old Sadie Robinson, who went missing at the beginning of this month. Maxwell was charged with first-degree homicide, mutilation of corpse, and arson. At the beginning of April, authorities issued a critical missing warning for Sadie, who was last seen on Monday, April 1st in Milwaukee. The next morning, police were notified about a car fire near her home, and later the car was determined to be hers. Later that day, a human leg was found in a park in Cudahy, which is a municipality that is less than 10 miles away from Milwaukee. On Thursday, April 4th, authorities took Maxwell into custody in connection with the human leg being found, and they also announced that day that the case was now a homicide investigation. At the time, authorities did not mention a possible link or relationship between Maxwell and Sadie. The next day, the sheriff's department found another body part near the scene of the car fire. During the weekend, other remains were found near the site where remains were discovered on April 5th. Authorities are now stating that Maxwell killed Sadie on April 2nd. He then mutilated her remains and set her car on fire in an attempt to cover up any evidence of the killing. Allegedly, the two of them met on their first date, which was April 1st, and they were seen at a restaurant where Maxwell used to work at. The bartender at the restaurant stated that the two of them looked to be having casual conversation before they left together. They then went to a bar and then went back to Maxwell's home. Authorities were able to track Sadie's phone, which traveled to the park in Cudahy, and that was in the early morning hours of April 2nd. Maxwell was arrested on April 4th, and during the search of his residence, authorities found blood in several different locations, including his bedding and the pathway that led to the basement in his home. A GoFundMe has been created to help Sadie's family pay for funeral expenses and to create a memorial if you're interested in donating. The investigation is ongoing, and Maxwell is expected to appear in court later this month for a preliminary hearing. My heart goes out to her family and friends. This world is truly evil.
Oh, y'all. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to tell you is what I always tell you. These content creators they do not care about you. A lot of them are giving you guys advice that is going to lead you to destruction. This lady was giving females, hundreds and thousands of females, advice on how to play a man when he flies you out. Is your life worth only $100, $200, $300? Is your life worth so little that you would let somebody fly you out of town and you don't even have your own way to get back? You don't have your own money, right? If a man is, this is what it's called if you don't know, it's called tricking. A man will lure you with the promise of pleasure and treasure for a night of play. Do you understand? So this lady is like, oh yeah, just pretend like you're on your period. Do you know some men don't care if you're on your cycle? They will overcome you. Men are stronger than women physically. A man, if he is depraved, if he's alone, if he's tired of being made a fool of, if this is his habit to lure women, he could get over on you and you will never make it back home. So it is not wise to follow the advice of someone who is in the comfort of their pink and green room on a microphone telling you how to get a man to take his money. Do not do it. I encourage you to make your own money. If you're not making enough money, get a second job. Go out with friends and split the bill, but do not have a stranger fly you out, because that person can destroy you. And then what? The next thing, I'm not saying you cannot online date. I want you to do whatever floats your boat. But if y'all don't have wisdom is the ability to think critically and use good judgment about your present and future for a good outcome. When we do not use wisdom and operate in foolishness, we have a poor and miserable outcome, if not worse. So this is why I keep saying use wisdom, use good judgment, and think critically about the choices that you're going to make, because they will affect you and the people around you. If you don't even pay attention, God gave us all just a little bit of intuition. If you don't learn how to operate in the intuition that he gave you, the little voice that says, I shouldn't do this, or the little voice that is a little hesitant, you're going to be destroyed. You're going to perish, and you're going to perish young, okay? Don't Don't go on dates with people you haven't vetted. And I don't even encourage online dating anymore, because everything that the internet, all the good things that the internet has given us, it has also given us bad things, and people don't know how to navigate online dating. You could be somebody who is genuine, or the man could be genuine, or one of the others trying to get over on the other. There really is no way to be careful online dating, because a person meeting you online, they may look like who they say they look like. You know, you can FaceTime them, and then you see their profile picture and say, okay, this is the same person. You talk to them for, you know, a week. That's not enough time to get to know somebody. You talk to them for 6 months. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I no longer endorse online dating, because it's always been dangerous. And I thank God for the many times that I have not been destroyed because of my desire for a mate, or my desire to make a new friend, or, you know, my desire to be validated in the past. I thank God that I'm still here to take care of my children, because anybody could have turned out to be wicked, devious, more cunning than I, you know, waiting to prey on me, waiting to prey on my loneliness, waiting to prey on my delulu, all of that, right? So you guys, women and men, but women definitely, I would not encourage online dating, because it's not how it used to be back then. Remember back when Christian mingle was a thing, and it used to be real Christians on there? Now you get on there as men who want a poly relationship, men who already got a wife, they separated but they're not divorced, and they want to sleep with you tonight. Like, we really have to use our common sense. If we don't even have common sense, we need to use our intuition. And if anything, let's just properly vet. And it is impossible to vet somebody because you was on the phone all night with them for 3 days in a row, and now you want to go on a date. What is it worth? It may cost you your life because you trust somebody. You're not supposed to trust strangers. You're not supposed to. People are supposed to earn their space or their right to be in your life. Y'all giving it up for a loaf of bread. Y'all will meet up for the promise of a prime rib and red wine, okay? It doesn't make sense. You're worth more than that. So, not to make this video too long, I strongly discourage what's going on. What the girls are telling you to do on a podcast, go ahead and take his money. Go ahead and let him fly you out. Let him do this, let him do that. When they are making it transactional, somebody's got to pay. Just like that man might be thinking like he's happy to pay for you to do all these things, but at the end of the night, the cat is his. But you thinking he's happy to do it for you, not knowing that, oh, he's aggressive, not knowing that he may be on a predator list, not knowing his past because you ain't looked him up, or you haven't experienced anything negative and everything feels so great. Watch out and be careful. That's all I want to say. Use wisdom, okay? I can't give it. This is all I can give you, is use wisdom so that you are not destroyed and that your life isn't ended early. Now, if you just like, you're risky, you like to get down, so be it. But I'm begging you to stop doing this, because it does not end well for everybody. Even if it's 1 in 50, 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000, you could be that one. Somebody's daughter is now not coming home because she trusted somebody. She wanted to be loved. She wanted to be cared for. She wanted to be pampered. She thought, oh, he don't look like everybody I used to talk to. Maybe he'll do me different. A man is a man. At the end of the day, a man is stronger than you. A man can overcome you. And a man, I'm not saying all men, but the wrong person may not care about your free will and your ability to walk away. You can't call 911 fast enough if somebody wanna, okay? That's all I'm saying. Use wisdom. That's it. I'm gonna go. Leave a comment below and stay safe.